Well, hello. It's me. Oh, I got to turn that. I got a little. Hey, Bandit. See Bandit down there in the corner? Hey, Bear. I saw you come in too. You been outside all this time? Okay. Oh, you smell. You must have took a bad dump. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of September. Start this video off with a phone call I had a while ago. It was an undisclosed thing, so I clicked it just to, just to see if I could get a laugh or not. It's a man on the other end of it. He said, "Is this Mr. Fulmer?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Is this Mr. Larry Fulmer?" And he said my address, and I said, "Yeah." He said, "I want to give you a cease and desist order." I said, "The hell you say?" He said, "No, sir. We're taking actions right now. We're bringing up a cease and desist order on you making any more of your so-called terror information videos." And I laughed. I laughed because I'd kiss my ass, as always. I said, well, if this was a meaningful thing, somebody would have brought me a court order where somebody got a lawyer and done went to court and got me on a cease and desist, which you haven't done. And I'm not going to do just by your words. And I probably wouldn't pay you no attention any goddamn way and ask you to come do something about it. Of course, the guy huffed and puffed and he said, "We are the government." And I said, "I don't give a fuck about the government." I said, "You might as well said that you were God. I don't give a fuck about that either." Well, this guy just got more and more offended that I didn't think I was going to have anything to do with his authority. I said, "You could be any Joe Blow from downtown somewhere. You got no authority over me. I don't have none over you at present." That set him off. He said, "You'd never have authority over me." I said, "You come down my goddamn driveway, I'm going to have all the authority anybody ever needs. You wouldn't give him permission. And that's the way it's going to stay." And I hung up the phone. I haven't gotten another phone call. Don't imagine I will. That's just pretty much a big light thing here, ain't it? I need to cut this light. I said I need to cut this light. Let me see if I can pry it up and reach it without getting up. Ching! How did that do? It does better on me. That might be too much light in the daytime, anyhow. As you can see, I've redone my therapy room. I'm now facing the opposite direction, facing the wall. And most of the room is behind me. But if I turn this way, I can see outside. If I need to see more than that, I have a camera outside that I can move around and whatnot and sit in here and just get me a look-see. You can see my herbal area over there. My water area is up under this stuff here. This is all the water I can hold in this room right now. Over here, some bookshelves with some herbal stuff that wasn't up there last week. And this is the same as it was. All of this is the same as it was, plus a few things that was on that long table till I figure out where they go. I'm redoing my room. You know, these are the whoa. Go the other way. These are these. But there's three of them behind this one, and then two of them right here. One and two. These are two big ones. The bottom one's got a wheel deal to it. This one is empty. That's going to be my portable herb box when I need to. We'll talk about that some other time. And then the back is three, one, two, and three. Uh, those humanitarian boxes that I did for CERT. All my CERT gears up on the top two shelves with some other stuff. You know. So anyway, I changed this room around and pretty much did it. Turned my table and chairs backwards. It's got a smaller table, so I can't put so much junk on it no more. No, no more little bits and pieces. I thought that can was going to be empty. It's okay. I got it back up. Get it back up. I done all the walking and shit I'm going to do today. Says me. Okay. We've got, I got some things to cover in this video. Some of it's good, some of it's not. I don't think your asshole Fuhrer is ready to cough it up and die for us. You know, what they say about people that are bad. They outlive themselves. It usually means they're gonna have a very suffering demise. Let's say. I ain't gonna add no more to that, but I got an idea. Anyhow, what else? Oh, there is something been talked about this the military and versus the government. That's interesting. I've heard some of the squeaks and hollers about that in other places that I'm not going to mention. We'll see. I wouldn't put no money on that. I wouldn't put no money on it. I've heard rumors through the rumor mill online about COVID coming back this winter. Sounds kind of odd, doesn't it? COVID coming back this winter, this fall and winter. Well, if you've got everything in your affairs nice and cleaned up, your home is clean, and you stay home and take care of business until you have to go to work like you should and prepare your home for what's coming, you shouldn't go out and get sick out there going to the coffee shops and the hair places and this and that and the other fucking thing. Do the right thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you won't get sick. It ain't nothing but a flu, but how bad a flu? And the new topper is, will your insurance company still cover you by the, I think I need to cut that light on and shut that blind on that window because this laptop kind of faces that window. It's rough. Sun is rough today. But back to what I was saying. Will you have insurance if things happen? If COVID makes a return and kills however many numbers of people that it ends up killing, do you take precautions or do you not take precautions? That's the question, is it not? Personally, I take the precautions, but I'm not going to take them in a manner that the government prescribes or that the CDC prescribes. I'm going to take precautions like I would for any flu. any virus. Elderberry, welcome to the house, Mr. Elderberry tincture. The hell is that sound? My cane's wobbling. Whoops, the dogs are going off outside. Hold on a second. I gotta wait on the damn phone. It is the slowest damn phone that's ever been made. Even the old flip phones I used to carry and buy around all the time were better than this fucking phone. This phone sucks. Delete. Delete. It sounds good to me. We want none of that. And I got a bunch of orders should be coming in, but they're not in. If I go to, let's say, open on my camera, this says open. Let me see if it'll show up. My front yard with a drive around driveway, and my grapes and grape buckets and things out there growing because I've been giving my extra feeding for the long winter, you know. But there ain't nobody coming with no shipping packages right now. I don't know what that was I heard. So I'm gonna keep going a little bit. I've added some various saws and things to my preparedness tools and my possible preparations. I picked up two crosscut saws at two different estate sales this weekend. One's a 6 foot, and one's a 5 foot. You know, for cutting a big tree, like two men cutting a tree, get this tree down. Yeah, when you ain't got gas to run your chainsaw no more. Yeah, crosscut saws. There's Bandit back there by that other door. Not this one, but the other one. I reckon that was thunder I heard. It's too damn much sunshine to be thunder. I've got in 9 herbal books in the last 4 or 5 days. I done read 3 of them. They're pretty much the same thing, the first three. I don't, there wasn't enough in them to be 3 separate books. I know that. Could have been one bigger, thicker book. They were all the same author. That's the thing, see. Could have been one thicker book. Or compiled all 3 books into one book for the economy minded, like me. Budget minded, I guess they'd say. I bought me some herb seed, what they call an apothecary garden seed set. That's probably gonna fix up my whole near the house, all the way around my house. I'm gonna plow all that shit under this 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 fall and winter. Next spring, I'll add adamants to it like lime, compost, topsoil, and fertilizer, and till it all together. And by next spring, I'll have me a nice little spot around the house, near to the house, to go get some herbs, herbs, whatever you want to call them. If you want to be funny, it's herbs or herbs to help my bumbles pollinate my garden, which will be on a walkway on the other side of the walkway that I'm gonna put around these herbs with some little gravel in paths. Yeah, I done designed it out around the house. What I want where when alphabetically by the book. It may look weird, but it's alphabetical. I'm funny like that. Sometimes I want my shit alphabetical, so help me remember what it is. Flowers and herbs, all that stuff. I went and got me, I think it's 6 to a bag pool shop, like a swimming pool shop. That's a like a top of the line water clearing and cleaning chemical pool shop. Oh yeah, I got me 4 bags of pool shop. I got a half a pallet of diatomaous earth to put in my gardens next spring. Put them down there under my animal shed. I ain't got no animals no more, but I got a big shed. And I picked up some flour, salt, sea salt, and baking yeast to make the basics of everything that I need. I'm still watching the camera for this delivery. And glycerin. I didn't know about glycerin until Saturday. So I'm gonna go find me some damn glycerin. I don't really know who's gonna have it around here, or do I have to order it? And potassium permanganate, I already have. If you mix those two together, it sets off a chemical time poof, little fire, combustible fire, chemical combustibles, potassium permanganate and glycerin. You mix those two and walk away, and poof, burn. Okay. That's something they wanted us hurdlers to know not to do. I know not to do it. Kind of already knew it, but this is a refresher. Not to do that. Don't do that. Don't have those things nowhere close to each other. You don't want to reach out and grab two things that you shouldn't put together. That's a big hint. Don't put those things together. They'll combustible. Chemical reaction combustion. Might even have a explosion. Explosion and shit. There's other household chemicals that do the same thing. You learn about those in the military. Most homes have them. You just don't know the right amounts put together. Kabloosh. The only thing that I hadn't really done a lot of preparedness on that I probably should have was sea salt. We only got one little inky dinky container of sea salt. I mean, it's small. So I'm going to have to take care of that probably tomorrow. I think that's all I got about the herb stuff and stuff right now. New stuff I've learned since I'm into going into this damn herbal stuff. I don't have herbs right now. All I've got is dry stuff, and I usually order that. but I'm going into the growing and processing and possibly selling and trading herbs, herbs, herb, whatever you want to call it. I'll get a little Terran update, a little Terran information update, a little more serious, not about pretty flowers. Something caused, I can't go into I don't feel like it's my thing to go into a location right now. One of the council chambers that has been chosen and that has been being, uh, you might as well say, like constructed in another dimension there. Well, somebody decided that our dimension, that building needed to be demolished, see, in our dimension of 3D. And they did it. I was told they did it in a very unconventional manner for our time. So there's some questions going on about why did they do that one that way and such as that. They've already got the owner registered. I mean, as in the Terran system, who owns it? They've already got into the Terran information. Who was in charge of the destruction of the building in 3D? And what it did, something in 3D disturbed the original humans' involvement in the creation in 5 and 6D. I don't know how that works. I couldn't tell you. That's just what I was told, and I was told it this morning. More information to be gathered later, I guess. But they know the owner. They know who demolished it. They're going to find out the details because they don't want that to happen again. It's not about could they tear down their own building, what they think is theirs for now. It's about what they did. Some new thing they did. This is going to be explored. It was told to me that this is not something that's allowed by Terrans. That's going to make a problem for that local, very local area around that council chambers until they resolve who did it and why they did it, etc. There might be some punishments involved, I was told, and that I will be informed every step of the way because I have the local one council. That's the number for my local of Interterra is 1. The subsurface, I mean the subsurface, like underground, okay, deeper than your basements and shit, you can't reach there. Not normal capacity. Subsurface Terra is 1. Surface is 1. It stays the same in a column effect, whatever the size and outline of the local one is. I have council 1. I'm not the council leader of Terra anymore. I'm a co-leader now, not the council leader, which I haven't wanted in quite some time. You know, that sun is driving me nuts. I don't know what it looks like. Let me slide my camera, get a new window, and put it over here, and go to my YouTube, and I'm gonna get me a look, see what it looks. Oh, stop that. They don't look bad. Okay. I'll leave that window there. I might have to edit something. Anyhow, that's how things are right now. So what happens in 3D surface has some sorts of reverberations into other densities. I thought it was the other way around. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. We'll find out very soon. There's nobody in chat that I can tell. I don't think nobody's watching right now. Um, I think I'm going to put the laws of terror in this description. I'm going to open me a tab on my other screen and put the laws of terror on in just a moment. The whole terror notes section there that goes, oh, not that crap. This crap. Open with work. And not open it here. That don't do me no good. Open it over there. Okay, I'm not going to put in all that same old information. From there down, all these local maps and sublocal maps, general type information, I'm going to go and put in the description for this video. You can download the laws of terror in it. Oh, that's wrong. Delete. What the hell did I do? Take that out too. Take that out. Go to the other keyboard and I'll get it right probably. No, I don't want that neither. Undo that. What I want is from right here. How did I get there? Something's missing. Undo that. Undo that. There it is. And copy that and take it over here and paste it. So there's my channel here on YouTube for Terra information. The Terra Talk forum that's on top of Talk. The laws of Terra that you can download. It's about a page. And then I give you the links to the Terran locals, an approximate map, and a sub-locals approximate map. Some of y'all may or may not like the approximates maps as they are. Doesn't matter. I know that. I know that. I have a visitor. I have a contact visitor. Yes. Well, that remains to be seen. Well, let me change this lighting in here because it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to change this light. Yep, that does work, but this don't. Hold on, I'm going to fix this right quick. Get under that. Over here. I think that takes care of it. So yes, sir. I understand that. I do. What's going to be done? Okay, I got that. YouTube, the description has been fixed in the new version. I fixed it. And if you scroll down and click the more, you'll see all that information. I'm going to make sure all my links work right quick. And that one works, and the sublocals work. The sublocal one tells you kind of how they break them down into the sublocals of local one. It'll work the same in all the other locals as they have them. I can't show you a better map of that right now. That's just something you're gonna have to learn, have to deal with. You know what I mean? But that's the local, and I really don't need but one of those links because you can see both in one on the locals. I hope that helps y'all out on where they are. I've posted this before and all. It's not new information. It's not new at all. None of this that I've posted in the description is new information. I posted this special dispensation sentence at the top. This is how they are going to get some people early on from the surface to work with the local. You're not going to get to pick them or elect them or nothing else. Think of them as your local representative. They pick. We don't get to, surface humans don't get to pick shit out of what's coming. You're basically not involved until they say you're involved. You know what I mean? That's how it's going to be. That was decided some good time back last year. No government input because governments will be collapsed on purpose or by destruction. That's the way of that. They done had all the time they're going to get since they've known over 100 years. I've said that and I've said that and I've said that. They've known over 100 years. They don't get another chance. None of them do. I kind of get tired sometimes of having to repeat myself, but I know if I don't, then y'all won't know it. So it appears that I have to repeat myself. And I don't really care for it. If I have to repeat myself, it means you don't remember nothing. If you come back and you don't remember, then how can you build on what you know? That's how it works. I'm not going to apologize for how I feel about it because this has been 5 years now that I've been involved in this manner. I'm just checking all my monitors while I yak. Nobody's in chat to ask me no questions. I can knock down this document here now. Oh shit, I should have saved it. Bring it back. I only have one thing on it that I changed. This right here. I really don't need that at all because it's the same thing. Take it out. Let me just take it out. Put it on. Yeah, like that. Do that then. Okay, everybody's in chat. I'm running out of things to say because I didn't have a whole lot to make this video. It was mostly about a stupid phone call and just a one terrorist information thing that I put out. Somebody's in trouble by terror and law. They're starting to apply terror and law up here. It's not a good time to be waging war and doing things that they see as negative, your ass might be punished. There's only one place that I know that you can get the terror and law, and that's on my. Since I'm not going to tell you about it again in video, there is a whole video for that. You can give this link. I can give you this link, and you can go look at it, and you can go download it, you can print it, whatever you want to do with it. I don't care. It is what it is, and that's how it stays. It may be a very long time before the bottom gets removed. A very long time in the eyes of terror could be hundreds or even thousands of years. You just never know what they're going to think about it. Because they surprise me all the fucking time. They always have. When I think I got something I understand, sometimes they change the rules. Or I find out I didn't know what the rules were to start with. It happens. What would you expect with what they know versus what we know? What do you expect? So it happens. My ears are ringing today, something terrible. I don't know if it's the meds or what. They had a situation Friday where they changed my meds. I had a little bit of what I thought was an allergic reaction. I didn't know which one it was. They had to go to the hospital and they did a quick test on me to find out. Because of the 3 I told them I was taking now. Plus that weight loss pill, I wouldn't have to work out. Just sit and endure things. That's been a lot of fun. But I've lost 28 pounds in over a month. A little over a month, I've lost 28 pounds. Yay! Whatever you want to do about something like that. I got to admit, though, the first 19 or 20 I had lost on my own. So that's how that is. But the rest have been on the prescription now. It's like the weight is like melting off by prescription because I can't work out and shit. My back won't handle it. So this is all I've got. It's 38 minutes and counting on the video. That's all I've got to say. There's nobody in the chat asking any questions, so I'm going to jump out. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate if you watch the video after. If you have a question, put it in the comments below the description, and I'll answer them as soon as I see them. I appreciate you for watching and listening to all of my videos when I make one, because it's free information. It's needed information in whatever categories I'm putting it in. You need to know this information if you don't. Y'all have a good day. This is Larry Fulmer, and I am out of here.